Now more than ever, technology has the power to accelerate business, but only when you know how. That's where we can help. Liquid C2, cloud and cybersecurity experts with a simple human promise. Whatever the business challenge, we'll see to it. Got a cloud not work instead of a cloud network? Security nightmares keeping you awake at night? We'll see to it. We cut through a jungle of jargon with plain talk and give you the benefit of our most valuable asset, our people. Can technology be disruptively human? We'll see to it. Liquid C2, cloud and cybersecurity. Now more than ever, technology has the power to accelerate business, but only when you know how. That's where we can help. Liquid C2, cloud and cybersecurity experts with a simple human promise. Whatever the business challenge, we'll see to it. Got a cloud not work instead of a cloud network? Security nightmares keeping you awake at night? We'll see to it. We cut through a jungle of jargon with plain talk and give you the benefit of our most valuable asset, our people. Can technology be disruptively human? We'll see to it. Liquid C2, cloud and cybersecurity.
Take the first step in your telephony cloud journey with Liquid Intelligent Technologies. We make it easier to find your voice. All you need to do is to select us to be your provider through your Teams admin portal and select which countries you need numbers for. You can get ownership without having to spend a single penny. We will then assign local numbers to your users for remote calling properties. And don't worry about scaling afterwards. We will be there to help you every step of the way. Yes, it's really that simple with Liquid Intelligent Technologies. Choose one voice. Choose simplicity. Take the
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this much anticipated webinar from Liquid. My name is Valerie Nyanduro. I will be your host for today, and we are going to take you through an introduction for Copilot for Microsoft 365. We have a good panel that we have ready for us today that is going to tell us about how AI can supercharge production for our businesses. The topics that the guys are going to cover will include what is Copilot, the values that come through it, how does it interact with your data, and we're probably going to get a live demo, time permitting, on how it will be used. So with that said, I'm just going to introduce the three presenters that we have for today. You've got Alison Roberts. She's the Managing Executive for Liquid C2 for Cloud and Voice. She is responsible for product development and lifecycle management. And she is somebody who's actually going to give us a good topic rundown of the partnership between Microsoft, Liquid, and the anticipation of Copilot. We also have Kevin Galonde, a complex solutions architect based in Zimbabwe. Kevin is an energetic, innovative, and a thought leader in the ICT world with over 10 years experience, specializing mainly in electronic and cybersecurity. Kevin will take us through the demo later on of one of the clients who's taken on Copilot and just give us a rundown of how they have used it and achieved it. Our main speaker today is coming through from Microsoft. His name is Timothy. Timothy is a visionary with 2 decades of industry acumen. He's been at the forefront of digital revolution with Microsoft. As a cloud solutions architect, he's worked on modern solutions that redefined collaborations and communications. His mission in terms of cloud in everything is to be to catalyze success and amplify achievements through a state-of-the-art technology. Without saying much, I will hand over to Alison so that she can take us through the first presentation. Alison, over to you.
Great. Thanks, Valerie. So yeah, my name's Alison Alberts. I'm currently residing in C2, looking after all the voice and applications portfolio. You can go to the next slide, Tim. So what I thought today is that I just want to take you on a journey of the relationship between Microsoft and Liquid Intelligent Technologies and where C2 fits in. So initially, Liquid was founded, or Liquid Telecoms was founded in 2004, which was quite significant to us because that formed part of the whole Econet group. It was in 2016 that Liquid Cloud was established. Along with that, in 2017, the relationship between Microsoft and Liquid Intelligent Technologies, or Liquid Telco at that stage. We then had the relationship with Microsoft in terms of the CSP agreements, which covered both direct and indirect and across the African continent. So today, Liquid C2 is present in about 17 African countries within the continent. And we service the Microsoft relationship within those environments. In 2018, we then received our Microsoft Gold Partner status. And quite a big significant jump for us again was in 2022 when Liquid Cybersecurity started playing a phenomenal role within the Liquid group, so Liquid Intelligent Technologies. Liquid Intelligent Technologies was then rebranded in 2021. So we moved from Liquid Telco to Liquid Intelligent Technologies. And along with that, Liquid C2 was established. So Liquid C2 stands for Cloud and Cybersecurity, and it's where the Microsoft relationship currently resides. All our voice services reside in there, all our cybersecurity, and then all other relationships, whether it be AWS, through Microsoft Azure, you name it, we hold all those relationships within the cloud and cybersecurity C2 environment. It was in 2024 that we then established or took that relationship with Microsoft one step further, Copilot into the market. So Copilot was launched around the middle of January 2024. And since then, we've been building our ecosystem and our state around being able to offer Copilot to our customers. So today, we're going to touch a little bit on Copilot for Microsoft 365. And to do that, what I did was I just looked at some research, which is available on the Microsoft website around what customers are saying about this whole environment about AI, how do we embrace AI? So if you can go to the next slide, Tim. So they say 2024 is the year where AI gets real. And we've seen a lot of market releases and a lot of customers and vendors talking about AI and where AI is going to take our customers in the future. So I pulled out a little bit of research. The research is based on 2023 and 24 Trends Index. But basically says that 75% of knowledge workers are actually using AI today. So whether it's through ChatGPT, whether it's through Claude, whether it's through Copilot, is that 75% of the workers are actually using it today. 97% of leaders agree that their company will adopt or needs to adopt AI to remain competitive. And we've seen this through the uptake of Copilot within our current customers. And it's not just, it's across the African continent, extending even to Europe and the US. We've seen that 90% of users says that AI supports them and saves them time. And I think Tim's going to talk a little bit around that, and specific applications like Microsoft Teams, where you can do transcripting and it can summarize your meetings. It's like saving significant time, and we're seeing this with customers and those results coming out of that. And then quite an interesting stat says that 84% of users say that they enjoy their work environment a lot more, and it seems that AI is allowing them to become more creative, which is a significant increase, and keeping customers and as well as just your employees happy. So that's just some stats that's come out. Tim, you can go to the next one. So next one, I've taken more of a professional look at the skills around AI. And what we're seeing is that 76% of people say that they need AI or to understand AI to remain competitive within the job market, which is a significant increase considering that AI is really started to be established in around 2022 to 2024. I thought this was quite an interesting stat that I managed to pull out, is that 160% of people that have been using LinkedIn in the last 6 months saying that they've applied LinkedIn learnings and using the courses that's available on LinkedIn. And I'm definitely one of those people in that stats, because I've done a number of AI, just generic AI learnings off LinkedIn as well. 142% of people within LinkedIn have also noticed that their profiles have changed and that they're starting to add AI skills to their profiles on LinkedIn. That includes people within writing, designing, and marketing. They're kind of the top of that environment. And what's really, really interesting is that 12% of the recruiters are now starting to look for AI in terms of specific roles. So we're definitely seeing AI playing a large role in our professions, in our CVs, in our skill sets, in our skill development, and the utilization within the markets as well. Next one, Tim. So today, I'm going to hand over to Tim Nano, our colleague within Microsoft. But I just wanted to position this, is that today we're talking about Copilot for Microsoft 365. But it's just one layer of Copilot. Copilot is going to be ingested and envisioned into a number of services. So while we're talking about Copilot for Microsoft 365 today, there is going to be Copilot for security. We're going to see Copilot in GitHub, which is the whole development and coding within Copilot. We're going to see it in Power BI applications in Windows. So Windows 11, for example, is currently not available. It's in Windows 10, but Windows 11, for example, where you can use the functionality of Copilot to do different types of searches. And then obviously within our sales environment through Microsoft 365. So today we're just going to be talking about Copilot for 365 and what that means for customers. But later on, we might have sessions where we start talking about Copilot for security, Copilot for platforms, Copilot for dynamics. So yeah, just a first step around our actual Copilot offering. So with that, I'm going to hand over to Tim. So Tim's going to take us through what Copilot is, how it fits in within your organization, and we'll hopefully get to a demo after Tim's presentation. But thanks, Tim. Over to you.
Straight to the top, never going down, don't wait for the drop. Stand still, that's the motto, yeah. Brand new bands for the auto, oh. Foot to the ground, full throttle. Big energy for the night like lotto. Y'all talk lots, never this quiet. Like a Seinfeld plot. Vault full of songs, all of them bombs. Something like a minefield guy, boom. Get it, tickets running out quick. Bet it, never get it out big. Said it, never had to shout it. They said I couldn't ever do it, okay, how's this? Fit a week worth of work in a minute. Machine well oiled, you know how I stay efficient. To-do list written, I do this different. Hold up, wait a minute, I ain't finished. Okay. Look, flows the same now. Paved the way to snakes and fakes are chased out. Back to back to back, I changed the pace now. Had to stack the cash until the bank's out. Straight to the top, never going down, don't wait for the drop.
Thanks very much, Alison. I hope you guys could all hear that. Good day, distinguished guests. My name is Timothy Lothering, and for the past 8 years, I've been at the forefront of cloud solutions at Microsoft. Last year, we unveiled Copilot for Microsoft 365, an AI assistant designed to revolutionize the way you work. Sorry, I see that there is a hand up. Thanks, guys. So we're not just going to look at it as a tool, but it is more a dynamic partner tailored for your unique work style, helping you to achieve unprecedented levels of productivity. AI-generated yet human customized content seamlessly integrates Copilot with your favorite Microsoft 365 applications. Are you prepared to embark on an innovative journey with AI? Let's dive into the details over the next 30 or so minutes. Please feel free to use the Q&A panel. We'll definitely try and get to those questions during and after the session, but hold on to your seats. So as we journey through the history, transformative tools have always been catalysts for change. Ancient aqueducts revolutionized irrigation, where smartphones brought infinite knowledge to our palms. These tools didn't just alter our lives, but they redefined them. Today, we stand on the brink of yet another monumental shift, the dawn of a new AI era. This isn't just a distant future, it's an immediate opportunity to lead and innovate with AI. This thrilling transition is unfolding before us and shaping the way, or reshaping the way, the way individuals work. Teams collaborate and industries evolve. We're just not observers, we're pioneers shaping this transformative journey across every facet of society. So Copilot for Microsoft 365 is not just about enhancing the way we work, it's also about reimagining our workflow entirely. Embedded within the apps used by millions daily, Copilot empowers you to be more creative in Word, more analytical in Excel, more expressive in PowerPoint, more productive in Outlook, and more collaborative in Teams. So let's embrace this future of productivity and creativity, and let's see where Copilot will take us. In today's fast-paced world, the sheer volume of data and constant communication can be completely overwhelming and daunting. Business leaders are under immense pressure to boost productivity amidst economic uncertainties. The traditional ways of working are being outpaced by the demands of our always-on culture. How many of you work after hours? Think about that. Enter AI, a game changer poised to redefine our work paradigms. With the introduction of Copilot back in March of 2023, we initiated a platform shift to AI that's already in motion. Organizations are adopting AI and are unlocking new levels of creativity and productivity, heralding a surge in productivity, growth, and value creation. I hope you guys are seeing this as well. Today, we'll delve into three key pillars that form the bedrock of Copilot. First is our security foundation pillar. I'll demonstrate how Copilot for Microsoft 365 is engineered to meet and exceed your expectations for privacy and security. Next, we'll explore the AI at work. Here, I'll guide you through the transformative potential of an AI assistant in reshaping modern work. Lastly, we'll discuss the cultural shift necessary within an organization. Let me explain. AI isn't just a piece of technology like Microsoft Teams was back with COVID, but rather there's this mind shift that needs to be adapted. So let's examine the robust security foundation of Copilot for Microsoft 365. Be rest assured that every interaction with Copilot is built on a bedrock of trust, and as well as AI responsibility, ensuring that your data remains protected while you harness that full potential. Let's have a look at some of the common questions that we hear from customers. First is data security. We employ state-of-the-art encryption and rigorous access controls to ensure that your data is secure. From an audit perspective, transparency is key. We are working on features that will allow you to audit Copilot usage very effectively. Data exposure. To minimize that exposure, we recommend strict governance policies and user training on data handling. And then lastly, data processing. Your data is processed in secure Microsoft data centers, adhering to our global data security standards. Your trust is our priority, and we are committed to upholding the highest standards for your data's integrity. Copilot is a testament to Microsoft's unwavering commitment to security, compliance, privacy, and responsible AI. It's not just enterprise ready, it's a fortress for safeguarding your data. Here is how we are ensuring the integrity of your data. The integration with Microsoft 365. Copilot is seamlessly woven into Copilot, into Microsoft, into all the M365 apps, upholding existing privacy and compliance standards. So it's not a new set of standards that you need to go and adopt, but rather using and leveraging existing security controls. From a connection to organizational data, we enrich your experience by linking large language models, and a little bit more about that architecture later, so stay tuned, with your organization data without compromising your security and privacy. Information from prompts and responses accessed via the Microsoft Graph is not used for training foundational LLMs. Your data stays within the Microsoft 365 service boundary. It is processed by the Azure OpenAI, not OpenAI Public, but rather the Azure instance of that. And then the adherence to our GDPR and EU data boundary is non-negotiable for us. Additional safeguards that we have in place is logical isolation, where each tenant's content is securely isolated within the Entra ID or Azure Active Directory authorization and role-based access controls. From a physical and digital security perspective, we employ stringent physical security measures and sophisticated multi-layered encryption strategies. And lastly, from an encryption standpoint, your content is encrypted both at rest and in transit, ensuring maximum security. But on the topic of security, it's not just a feature, right? It should be ingrained in every single one of us. It is the foundation of which Copilot is built on. From the moment you log into every interaction with Copilot, we ensure a secure experience, overseen by vigilant IT administrators. This approach is information security is essential. With or without Copilot, and forms the cornerstone of safeguarding. Sorry, I'm sitting in an office where the light goes off if I sit still for too long. Copilot is accessible as an add-on for the Microsoft E3 and E5 stack, as well as the Microsoft E3 and E5 stack. Your chosen plan dictates the security and compliance controls safeguarding your data, devices, and applications. I'll say this again. The Copilot license is not a security product. We leverage your existing foundational licenses, whether in Office 365 or Microsoft 365 licenses, and depending on the types of add-ons or additions you get in those, we will provide additional layers of security. This overview touches on some of the key security controls, but remember there's a wealth of features and controls designed to secure and govern your experience with Copilot for Microsoft 365. So let's take a look at some of our AI principles. Data is the lifeblood of AI, and trust in how it's handled is paramount. In Copilot orchestration, which we'll talk about a bit later, we've embedded principles that ensure your data remains under your control, to use and monetize as you see fit. It is the cornerstone of our commitment. Our ethical framework for AI development and deployment is built on 6 key core principles. Firstly, fairness. AI must treat all individuals fairly, equitably, and without bias. The second core principle is reliability and safety. AI should function reliably and safely, even in unforeseen circumstances. The third principle, privacy and security. AI must safeguard private information and must be resilient against cyber threats. The fourth principle, inclusiveness. AI should empower everyone, including the 1 billion people with disabilities, through inclusive design. The second last principle, transparency. Understanding AI's functionality is crucial for identifying any issues or bias. And the final principle, accountability. Those behind AI systems must take responsibility for their operation. These principles are not just guidelines. They are the foundation of trust and integrity in every AI interaction within Microsoft 365 Copilot. We're committed to upholding these standards, ensuring as we advance with AI, we do so with the utmost responsibility and care to every single user. So the second pillar when it comes to Microsoft Copilot is around the AI at work. It is not just a concept, it's a reality that's enhancing the daily tasks of professionals across various roles and organizations. With Copilot, we're seeing remarkable outcomes. It's streamlining administrative tasks for executives, offering predictive insights to analysts, providing real-time language translation for global teams. More about that on Copilot and Teams Phone. Before we delve into the impressive statistics, let's appreciate how AI is redefining efficiency and creativity in the workplace, making every task from the mundane to the most complex, smarter, and faster, and way more intuitive. Stay tuned as we explore the transformative impact of AI in our lives. Today, our spotlight is specifically Copilot for M365, a transformative force within your familiar workspace. But our vision extends beyond. We've tailored Copilot offerings, and Alison spoke about those age of Copilots earlier, to specific business functions. First, we have Copilot for sales. It's a boon for sellers. It streamlines workflow, sparks creativity, strengthens customer relationships, and drives sales success. We also have Copilot for service, which harnesses your organization's wealth of knowledge to offer agents timely, relevant guidance right when they need it. And then we have Copilot for finance. By linking ERP and financial systems data within M365 apps, it accelerates the impact and slashes the time sunk into mundane and manual tasks. Each Copilot is crafted to enhance efficiency and innovation within its domain, ensuring that every function in your organization can benefit from the AI revolution. Copilot isn't just a tool, it's a catalyst for solving role-specific challenges across your organization. For example, imagine your employees harnessing the power of AI in their everyday tasks, such as drafting documents faster in Word, with suggesting content based on intent, managing emails efficiently in Outlook by summarizing long threads, we've all got those, and drafting replies, excuse me. And then streamlining project coordination in Teams, AI assisting in scheduling and follow-ups, meeting recap, sentiment analysis, and so on. More on those demos a little bit later. As we explore its applications, consider how Copilot could integrate into your team's workflows, addressing their needs and enhancing their capabilities. Think of the possibilities and how it could transform your organization's productivity and creativity. Let's see Copilot in some short clips in action across the various Microsoft 365 apps. So I'm going to start off with writer's block is a common hurdle, right? Whoever you have started off on a blank Word document. But with Copilot in Word, it's a completely thing of the past. Whether you're drafting daily or starting from scratch, Copilot is your ally in the creative process. Here's our Copilot, very simply, and just some features, how it can transform your writing experience. Firstly, it helps you with initiating a document. Jumpstart that document with prompts like, hey, write an article on well-being, or create a business plan for a pet grooming service, as a simple example. You can also enhance existing documents by refining your content with a tone or convert text into tables for better clarity. You can interact with that data, engage with your document by asking Copilot to summarize, extract key points, or identify calls to action. You can also expand on existing Word documents. Go beyond that document for additional information, like fetching a chocolate chip cookie recipe or crafting a haiku about Contosa coffee. With Copilot and Word, you're not just about writing. You're crafting, you're enhancing, you're creating, you're innovating. Your partner in bringing ideas to life, making every word count. I want to say this, and I want you to say it to yourselves because you can't come on off mute. But Copilot is an assistant. It helps you. It doesn't replace you. Then let's take a gander at email. Email management can be a daunting task, but Copilot in Outlook is here to streamline your communication and enhance your productivity. Here's how it can transform your email experience. Firstly, it can help you create new emails, quickly drafting with a couple of sentences. It can respond to existing emails using the sentiment of the email thread and providing you with some possible prompts. It can summarize conversations so that you can get to the heart of a conversation super fast. For sales teams and those who have Dynamics 365 customer service, Copilot in sales is a game changer. It integrates into CRM, providing tailored insights, content generation, and CRM updates directly within your workflow. It's compatible with compatible with Salesforce, Sales Cloud, and Dynamics 365 Sales, and is available for an additional $20 per user per month retail price on top of your Copilot for Microsoft 365 subscription. Embrace your power of AI with Copilot in Outlook and in Copilot for Sales, and watch your productivity absolutely skyrocket. Then second last, we take a look at Copilot in Teams. It's your on-demand assistant. Remember, some of you asked, when is mail coming to Teams, right? When can I start actually using Microsoft Teams, not only for my meetings, my chats, my calendaring, but when can I start surfacing emails and conversations inside of Teams? Well, we'd like to introduce Copilot in Teams, which is designed to enhance collaboration and efficiency in real time. Here's how Copilot can elevate your Microsoft Teams experience. It can streamline your meetings, such as automatically summarizing discussions, pinpoint consensus, and propose next steps. Next, it can help you catch up very quickly with things such as meeting recap. And then also you can access information very, very easily. Retrieval of vital information from a myriad of sources like documents, emails, and contacts with simple natural language. So think about Microsoft Copilot in Teams as your collaboration partner, right? One that doesn't cost as much as a human being, but can help you get to the source of data and the kind of the essence of what you're looking for very, very quickly. Then the Copilot in Web, much underrated, but very much compared to the Azure OpenAI ChatGPT bot. It is your comprehensive knowledge navigator, seamlessly navigating with all your Microsoft 365 data, your emails, your files, your meetings, your chats, your documents and calendars, and converting it into actionable insights. Think about it's about unifying information from disparate sources to ensure team cohesion and collective progress. Let's take a look at things like Copilot for Finance down here in the bottom, where it exemplifies your web experience by automating labor-intensive tasks. It streamlines data reconciliation. Managers can now reconcile data with ease as Copilot prompts automate the extraction and analysis of ERP records. It can accelerate collections. Collection coordinators can prioritize accounts and streamline the collections process. It can understand variances. Users can direct Copilot to sift through financial data, identify and highlight variances for further investigation. I hope you're seeing that Copilot isn't just a tool. It's a paradigm shift in how financial professionals approach their work. Less time on manual tasks, more on strategic initiatives. And then with Copilot in Excel, you're not just working with data, you're unlocking its full potential. Imagine having a data analyst's expertise right at your fingertips. That's what Copilot offers. It's not just about 10% of PowerPoint that you're used to. It's tapping into the unexplored 90% that you can transform your data into compelling stories. Why do we use Excel? To create graphs. Why do we use Excel? It's to put into a PowerPoint deck, right? I'm sure some of you are smiling there at the moment. Think of Copilot as for Excel as your personal data whisperer. I think we should have actually renamed it to that. I think it would have been a great name. Revealing some hidden correlations and insights within seconds. It's like having an intelligent assistant that not only understands your queries, but also suggests new ways to look at your data through the typical what-if scenarios. And the best part, Copilot respects the integrity of your data, generating models that allow you to dive deep without altering a single cell. Whether you're a Python aficionado or an Excel enthusiast, Copilot bridges that gap, bringing advanced analytics and sophisticated visualizations to your spreadsheet. So next time you need to make a cell stand out, simply ask Copilot to make cells red where the value is under 1,000. It's the top tip, one of the prompts. And watch as it executes your command flawlessly. From filtering to forecasting, Copilot is your ally in making data-driven decisions swiftly and confidently. Let's not just analyze data, let's bring it to life with Copilot in Excel. Then a special one to my heart is Microsoft Loop, which is powered by Copilot. It is revolutionizing the way teams are collaborating, transcending boundaries of time and space, and is particularly transformative for data and IT professionals. Imagine initiating a new workspace with a simple command, and Copilot instantly tailors your template to your project's needs, whether it's to budget, to create a project plan or budget forecast. Copilot anticipates and aligns with your objectives, setting the stage for success. Refinement is just as intuitive. Want to adjust the tone or explore budget options? Just prompt Copilot and it will refine the content to match your specification. You need a quick summary? Copilot has you covered. With a swift command, it distills the essence of your content in loop, providing clear, actionable insights and keeps everyone aligned and informed. And when it comes to ideation, Copilot is your creative partner. From generating a SWOT analysis to crafting a Gantt chart, Copilot corresponds to your natural language, your commands bringing fresh perspectives and structured plans to the forefront. With Loop, you're not just imagining projects, you're mastering the art of collaboration and innovation. Think about those of you who are program managers, product managers, and project leaders. Loop is a super powerful tool that can plug into your project workflow. And then lastly, as part of our tool set, Copilot in OneNote is like having a personal assistant dedicated to making your HR team's life absolutely easy. It's not just about taking notes, it's about transforming them into actionable insights and clear strategies. For those of you who have Copilot and use OneNote frequently, try insert a meeting into your OneNote, which you can capture, and ask Copilot some questions about those meeting notes. It has the ability to summarize complex notes into digestible formats. Copilot ensures that you can quickly grasp the essence of your meetings and discussions. Choose from a paragraph, a bulleted list, or a structured section to suit your style and seamlessly integrate these summaries into other platforms. So let Copilot in OneNote elevate your note-taking to new heights, where jotting is just a step towards a more engaged and well-trained team. It's not just smart, it's very strategic. Now, I've covered some of the features and what is Copilot earlier, and Alison set the scene for the different age or the different types of Copilots. I want to spend a little bit of time with some of you to explain how the Microsoft architecture works in the background. It's not a deep dive, it's not lines and drawings, with boxes and IPs, but really how does my prompting and my flows work so that you understand when we talk about security, privacy, governance, compliance, and how all of this interacts. So when you click enter, that 1 or 2 seconds, what happens in those 1 or 2 seconds before you get the response? So let's imagine your favorite canvas where you interact with Copilot. It could be any of the Microsoft 365 apps like Teams and any of the apps in Office, such as Word, Excel, or PowerPoint. You input your query and prompt. We call it user utterances or prompts, as most of you know. Those prompts reach Copilot. The app to Copilot interaction uses that WebSockets layer, and everything further from there uses HTTPS. So I type out my prompt and I press enter. This is stage 1 that you're seeing on screen. Stage 2 is called pre-processing and has Copilot processing the prompt through an approach called grounding. Remember, grounding is where am I going to get the data from, right? Am I going to get the data from the web? Am I going to get it from my apps inside of my business? This improves the specificity of a prompt, ensuring that you get the answers that are relevant and actionable to your specific task. Data used by Copilot for an authenticated user is scoped to the documents and data that are already visible to them through existing Microsoft 365 role-based access controls. In other words, based on the prompt and how Copilot needs to get grounding information, it reaches out to the Microsoft Graph, right, that contains the customer or the tenant data, so it's and or because you could actually have both, and the web to get the relevant content. Remember, we don't push content out to the web, we're pulling content from the web as part of this pre-processing conversation. Here, I'd like to explicitly call out admin controls and user experience toggles. Per query, as preference, will be available. Although data flows outside of the Microsoft 365 service boundary are protected as well, HTTPS, right? First and third-party plugins, so let me explain that. First party is Microsoft plugins that we give you natively out the box. Third party is created by our partners, as well as other services living outside of the Microsoft 365 data service boundary are optional, right? They require explicit admin consent for Copilot to access their services and data and can be controlled. It is not different from how they are dealt with in Teams today, but an extension, rather providing convenience to you with the information at your fingertips. Make sense? You guys good? So stage one, type my prompt, press enter. Stage two, I'm going to go fetch the data from somewhere, either be it the web or from the Microsoft Graph, or interface with plugins, either first party or third party. In stage three, the grounding data and modified prompts are sent to the large language models. Please be aware of the following things about LLMs. The LLM components are inside the Microsoft service boundary. So not an LLM per customer tenant, but within our SaaS offering. Prompts, responses, and grounding data are not used to train our foundational models. We don't use it for advertising or share customer data with any third parties. This private instance of Azure OpenAI, remember we partnered with OpenAI to create this. So we took a copy of what we created with them and what they created with us, and we've put it into Azure. OpenAI does not have access to any of this data, right? It makes absolute sense. Now let's talk about stage four. The retrieval of information is referred to as RAG. It's an acronym for Retrieval Augmented Generation. It allows Copilot to provide exactly the right type of information as input to an LLM. Remember, an LLM is a processing engine. RAG is what retrieves your data, right? So this LLM provides the exact type of data by combining user data with other inputs, such as information retrieved from knowledge base articles to improve the prompt stages from 2, 3, right? So we could obviously reiterate this on several occasions. If you want to know more about RAG, very simply, we use vectors. So think about a sentence. I'm trying to think of one. The cat sat on the mat, right? If you wanted to use that, or does a cat sit on a mat? You could use a question like, does the feline sit on a rug? And part of RAG is to collect words like cat and feline and rug and mat and correlate those and say, but those are very similar. We're going to vector them. And as part of the LLM prompt, we're not going to retrieve two different types of responses, right? So that's what RAG does as part of the LLM. Let's talk about stage 5, right? Pre-processing includes responsible AI checks. So you might say, but Tim, why don't we do responsible AI before the time? Well, we needed to go and collect the data from RAG, or through RAG and the LLMs, to see that the final output, does it meet our responsible AI checks? We can't check before because we don't know what the LLM is going to return, right? So we make sure that we check a bunch of things here, right? We make sure that it conforms with the security, compliance, and governance and privacy rules that you've set out as part of your security solution set. And it's also, we need to check if there need to be sensitivity labels chucked on top of that. For example, do we need to do e-discovery or auditing against that specific prompt? Then stage 6, we return your prompt. Now, I need to explain. In the 2 seconds that you've pressed enter and you get a response, everything that I've explained has just happened. It's pretty amazing, isn't it? I definitely think so. Right. So let's talk about the last foundational pillar of culture shift, right? The shift towards a culture that embraces AI is indeed exhilarating. And the potential of generative AI, especially Copilot, to revolutionize work is absolutely immense. It's one thing to recognize the possibilities of AI and how AI actually brings those to life and increases uplifts productivity. To build AI momentum, it's crucial to start with a clear vision that aligns with your company's goals and values. This vision should be communicated effectively across all levels, C-level, mid-level, low-level. Everyone needs to understand what the goals around AI are. Right. In essence, making AI real is about creating a supportive ecosystem that nurtures continuous learning, collaboration, and innovation. Let's embrace this cultural shift and unlock the full potential of AI altogether. Navigating through significant change often brings a host of questions. It's natural for our customers to seek clarity as they embark on this AI journey. As we move forward, let's address some of these common inquiries head on, providing insights onto how Copilot for Microsoft 365 can deliver tangible business value efficiently and effectively. The innovations within Copilot are designed to streamline your transition into this new era of work. By leveraging AI, we aim to enhance productivity, foster creativity, and redefine how tasks are approached. As we continue to build AI momentum, we're committed to supporting you every step of the way, from initial implementation to ongoing optimization. Our goal is to ensure that Copilot becomes an integral part of your organization's success. So let's talk about some stats and numbers, because I'm sure some of you are really keen to see how can Microsoft Copilot benefit. So from our findings from our early adopters program, right, or EAP, that we launched last year, we have found on average, users of Copilot are saving 10 or more hours per month. I can personally vouch for this, as my personal time saving in April alone was 11 hours. So, based on the cost of me being employed per hour, I've definitely paid that Copilot license off. And I'm sure if you had to do the calculations, you would probably see a saving too. So how did we get to this? The formula for unlocking the value of Copilot is surprisingly simple, yet very profound. It's about consistent incremental gains that accumulate to create a significant impact. Our research indicates that saving just 11 minutes a day is the tipping point for users to perceive the real benefits of AI. So to catalyze these 11 minutes over 11 weeks, it was part of our calculation, consider the following strategies. Integrate AI into routine tasks, set daily goals, encourage team adoption, provide constructive feedback, and celebrate those milestones. By focusing on these strategies, you can make the most of Copilot's capabilities, turning 11 minutes a day into a transformative tool that reshapes your work experience. Let's all embark on this 11-week journey and see how much time Copilot can save us per day. I'm nearing the end of my deck here and appreciate your attention. Embracing AI transformation is indeed a pivotal step in ongoing evolution of digital transformation. Here's a brief overview of each stage. First, there's readiness. This initial phase is all about prep. And if you've ever done any sort of building, right, measure twice, cut once, this is Copilot. Make sure that your team are absolutely ready to take on Copilot. Next is adoption, right? So once you're ready to deploy, you go ahead and deploy it, make sure that people use it, right? This is a pivotal phase, because if people don't know how to use it, or if they are just given a blank document, here's a bunch of prompts, go figure out yourself, you will find that the adoption of Copilot is very, very low. We suggest having adoption webinars internally, obviously, like what we call bite-sized minutes, 15-minute sessions, teaching people how to use Copilot more efficiently. And lastly, all of this effort needs to be measured, right? So the final stage is absolutely critical for you to determine whether this was a successful project. By following this structured framework, you can ensure a smooth and effective integration of Copilot, leading to significant productivity gains and a successful AI transformation journey. Copilot Lab is an innovative space designed to empower users to enhance their interaction with AI and to maximize its capabilities inside of Copilot itself. It's a place where you can refine your prompts.
Copilot Lab, a new experience that will help people build new work habits for a new AI-powered era of productivity. Copilot Lab is a place to experiment, to learn the art and science of prompting. You'll learn how to turn a good prompt into a great one. Share your favorite prompts with coworkers, and get inspired as we all learn to work in a whole new way together.
Excellent. So by engaging with Copilot Lab, you'll discover the art of crafting effective prompts that yield the best results from Copilot. Integrated seamlessly into M365 and accessible through dedicated websites, Copilot Lab is available to all users, ensuring that everyone has the opportunity to explore and benefit from these resources. And I'm coming to my second last slide before we hand over to the awesome bunch of demos that we've got going for you guys. But let's embark on your AI transformation journey as an exciting step towards more innovative and efficient futures. Here's how I suggest, and based off our research, you get started. 1, leverage your existing licenses. If you're an existing Microsoft 365, E3 or E5, or Office 365, E3 or E35 customer, you already have the base licenses to begin using Copilot, right? Let me explain. you can use Copilot in the web. So if you go to copilot.microsoft.com, you can use Copilot with your base Office licenses and integrate into work. If you wanted to integrate Copilot into your apps, such as Teams, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Outlook, then purchase the Copilot for Microsoft 365 license. Then from a foundation perspective, verify that your organization has the necessary license foundation from a security perspective. Then from a product requirement perspective, take the time to go through product requirements for Copilot. Implementing these steps will help you optimize your experience and take full advantage of what Copilot has to offer. And as I wrap up my session, and thank you for listening to me, I want to share our work lab or our work trend index. For those who are eager to delve deeper into the world of AI and its impact into the workplace, Microsoft's Work Lab is an excellent resource. It's a treasure trove of research and thought leadership that can provide you with a broader understanding of the trends reshaping our work environments. If you're ready to expand your knowledge and stay ahead of the curve, I encourage you to explore Work Lab at the link below and discover the wealth of information that it has to offer. Let's embrace the future of work together. With that, I would like to hand over to our next presenter, who will take you through a live demonstration of Copilot for Microsoft 365. Thank you.
Wow, thanks, team. Good morning, everyone. Yes, are we ready for the live demonstration? Yes, can we have some more reactions? Some thumbs up, some loves. Yes. Allow me to just quickly share my screen so that we can dive into the live demonstration. Okay, so Copilot for 365 is well embedded in Outlook, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and also Microsoft Teams. So in this demonstration, I just want to show you how it works when it's embedded in Outlook. I'll start with Outlook. So as you can see from the screen, there are three things that you can do with Copilot when it's on Outlook. The first thing is to summarize. It's able to summarize email threads. The second thing that it's able to do, assist you in drafting an email. The third thing is to coach you in terms of professionalism, how to write an email. So let's start with summarizing. So it scans through the whole email thread, as you can see, looking for key points. And when it finds the key points, it will then combine the information and it pulls things together. And then when it's done, boom, you see the summary. So you see the summary of what's in there. This is what we have been discussing throughout everything. As you can see, team at Liquid Tech provided information on various technologies, including cloud services, Microsoft Copilot, etc. So what it was trying to do is just picking up the key highlights. When it picks the key highlights, it then gives you. And then the second part, apart from summarizing, is for one to be able to reply with Copilot. Okay, so when you are replying now with Copilot, you can prompt in the information. So there are things that you need to know before you share in a prompt with Copilot. The first thing is, what's the goal? What do you want to achieve? What's the context? And what's your expectation? And also the source of the data. So as an example here already, because it has picked what is inside each and every email. There is also ask about DIA, explain M365, share PowerPoint, share Power BI benefits. So I can actually generate this kind of email, and then it takes in, goes in there, looks for that information in your tenant, and then. But please take note, as you can see now. It says here AI generated content may be incorrect, so you need also to then be able to verify. As you can see here, it is just then given more information in terms of Power BI. So you can decide to keep it, you can decide to discard it, you can also decide to regenerate so that you can actually get more insights from the email. So it then brings it again. So I can ask, say, okay, let me keep it. But then I just want to just check whether the tone, everything, was it showing? I then go to coaching by Copilot. So what coaching does, it then analyzes again your email thread to say, is it the tone, the clarity? It's reviewing everything. It's gathering insights from the email thread as well, and also putting in suggestions in terms of how you can then put out the email. So it's generating the suggestions. It goes through again through the whole thread and see the sequence so that it actually then makes sense, so that it can advise you. So this one is a great coach that you see. So as you can see now, it says use a friendly tone. The email is polite and respectful, but it could also sound more friendly and approachable. Wow, what are the suggestions? Okay, so it doesn't give you the challenge or the problem. It also gives you suggestions to say, this is how you can do. Use a greeting at the beginning of the email. Reader sentiments, engage the reader more. So the email provides a good overview of the benefits of Power BI, but it could also engage the reader more and make them feel more involved and curious. Ask the reader a question: what are your current data challenges? So it's just making things easy, and then also in terms of clarity, simplify and structure your email. So it then also gives suggestion again in terms of reduce the length of your sentences and paragraphs. So you can actually do it to any of your emails. So this is what you then find when it's placed inside Outlook. From there, allow me to move to Word. Okay, so in Word, it can help you. As you can see at your right top corner there is my Copilot. I can also draft it from inside the Word body. I can then draft in, and then also you can be able to summarize and pick key points. So as an example, let me generate this one. It was a memo that I'm trying to then regenerate so that you can see how it then works. And also on the left side, whilst it's generating, you can actually see that there is what's the purpose of the document, what are the arguments does the document make. You can then summarize. So it then pulls in things, as you can see, it's moving in, moving in. It then puts in all the healthy and safety policy, the rules, according to exactly what we had requested, because the request was create a memo. And when you're creating that memo, please put healthy and safety issues and also the rewards that are in there. And then if I can stop to generate generating the memo, I can also summarize the document. As you can see on the right side, it's scanning now the document so that it can then picks in what's inside the document. So you can take a 100-page document. When you take a 100-page document, you then see that it's putting now the main ideas, it's pulling it up. So you can have your 100-page document. Don't worry, Copilot can help you. As I said, Copilot is actually an assistant there. So you see, there are main ideas that are also inside this, as it was trying to summarize. As you can see, the healthy and safety policies there, the rules and procedures, the reward and recognition. So there's quite a lot that you can do. Again, you can see that it has also put different references so that you can actually see where it's picked in the information. Now, moving from there, we can also still move to PowerPoint. So what Copilot also does, it helps in terms of creation. So as an example here, we want to create a 10-slide presentation on why businesses should consider adopting Copilot for Microsoft 365 and outline the benefits of this product. So I'm not trying to create it from scratch. So the good thing as well, because at the top corner there, you see you've got your Copilot. It's well embedded in this application. So it's no longer an external application where you can get information from outside the application and then you copy in there. It works well and perfect to these applications. What else can you do when it comes to PowerPoint? You can create the presentation. You can have the about. You can also add different pictures. Why? Because it's also linked well with the likes of designer, with the likes of all other text boxes and all other features that are found in there. So it's not a foreign application. So it's continuing. It's looking for the information so that it then brings in. Then also another good thing that it also does, it has got that ability to. It has got the ability to give you also speaker notes. Let's try it again. Okay. So that it works on the response. So basically, what it also does in terms of a PowerPoint is the creation and then giving you the information in terms of the slides, as it's pulling also the information from different from the slides there. So whilst it's still processing, we can allow it to continue processing. I can also come back. Let me go to Excel. So what it also does to Excel, it gives us that ability to analyze the data, as you saw from the presentation. So from this data, I can get and gather insights. So what insights can I get? It's from the data. I can actually ask Copilot, okay, please give me the data insights. It's just to analyze. There is also you can create formulas in there. You can highlight different things from Excel. You can edit, sort, and filter. And also it understands, that is analyzing. So currently right now, as I speak right now, it's just then analyzing the data. As you can see, it has already given us total price by date. It has picked that. But at the end, I'll then want to create a whole framework so that I can see what's the data, the relationships between all these columns. So I can actually add insights to a grid. So what it does here, it has given me all the insights from the grids. As you can see, this is the data. And from the data, I've managed to extract total price by date, quantity, by country, and also the products, because you can see from the data, these are the products that are being sold in different countries and for a different price, etc. So you can then be able to analyze and see, oh, okay, this is the information that is in the data. And you can see as well, it has managed to create pivot tables from your data. It makes it easy. So this Copilot in Excel, it just gives you the right information that you really need at a specific time, at a specific goal. So what it's simply doing is enabling you to quickly analyze what you have in terms of the data that you have. And then now, let me go to Teams. So on Microsoft Teams as well, this is quite also a game changer. Let me use exactly what's on this webinar. So I think when I was reading on the charts, somebody said, are you going to share the recording, etc.? Yes, the recording is coming, but also the advantage of using Copilot, when you come late, maybe to a meeting, or you were delayed to come to a meeting, the first thing that you can do, you can ask Copilot, catch me up. So when you say catch me up, it tries to then summarize from the point you wrote to when the meeting was starting. So it then summarizes, gives you the summary, So it's now generating the response. And when it generates that response, you then see. The good thing now is supposed also to then pick different speakers, people who were doing this and that and that and that and that and that, so that you can then fully see how it then operates. Then the other thing that it does, whilst it's generating, it also gives you the ability to list even action points. As you can see, here we are. Perfect. So I've been delayed to the meeting. And then it says the meeting started with a welcome message from Valerie. It managed to pick Valerie from the transcript. She introduced, this is what exactly she did. Alison came in and Timothy came in, and now it's Kevin who is now presenting. So you can actually do a recap. You can actually list the action items that you see from this presentation. So I'm actually doing a live tapping in of information direct from this webinar. So these are the action points. As you can see, it took the presentation as Timothy was doing. This is exactly what Timothy spoke of. Copilot for 365, for sales, for finance, the lab, and then the work lab, which was the last one, which he then reviewed. So Copilot is embedded in these applications. It picks the information from your whole ecosystem of Microsoft 365. And then also, lastly, you see that Copilot as well. Whatever I was doing on my desktop application, you can actually do it as well on the web. You can actually do it as well on a browser. And then also, if you are using the likes of Edge, you see that there's also another chat version of Copilot in there. So I can still get the information of my of my business or from our tenant, from our Microsoft tenant, and then I can be able to I can reference different people, I can reference different files, I can reference different meetings, etc. So I can then say, okay, summarize something along these lines. So this is all right. So this is exactly summarize this webinar, something along those lines. I can then pick up a meeting, okay, from the website. So I'm coming here. I can then say, okay, let's shoot Copilot. So this is now I'm using it on the web. So you can move around with Copilot. The good thing is, remember when you are on business standard, business premium, E3, E5, all these ones, they've got desktop applications. They have also web capability. So you're able to then utilize it from anywhere, because why? It follows your account. As you can see, it has given us the summary of what is actually happening in this webinar. And then even after some time, I can still come back to this webinar and Copilot can still give me the information. Why? Because it's already recorded. So in a nutshell, businesses, they need to consider moving to this Copilot. It's actually a game changer. As the presenters said, that there is a lot of time saving and also energy saving. It brings a lot of productivity, efficiency. The way we've been doing businesses is going to change. We are going to be productive. We are also going to have profitable growth. Why? Because some of the tasks that we're doing over time, it can be done within minutes. It can be done within 5 minutes. Hence, we are moving towards making sure businesses are productive. At this moment, just want to thank you. This was the demo. I want to hand over to Valerie at this time. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Kevin. That was so interesting and insightful. The summary part, I think for a lot of people, I actually noticed the chat started coming alive, the fact that people could see that you can summarize this. Copilot is indeed going to be a game changer. As we said when we started off, this is how AI can supercharge productivity for businesses and give us value. I'd like to take this time to thank the presenters, Alison, Timothy, and Kevin. I'd also like to thank the guys behind the scenes who are answering all the questions, Yemurai and Yurin, and Arthur, who has coordinated everything that has come through. I've been looking at the questions that have been coming through. In the chat, there is a link that's been put there where you can put your details. your email address, your contact numbers, should you want to get more information. Also, if you want to have a one-on-one presentation that is done, we can organize that with Kevin, myself, any of the other guys from our commercial teams, whether based here in Zimbabwe or outside. I think we have quite a lot of people who've logged in from South Africa. I saw Tanzania somewhere along the lines. I think I also saw South Africa and Kenya. So just put through your details there. We will distribute and somebody will contact you. Alternatively, you can send an email to zimbabwecommercial@liquid.tech and somebody will definitely get in touch with you to give you information. In the interest of time, we are going to end this webinar here on a high note. After Kevin's presentation, I don't think we can go into saying more. Thank you for joining us. We look forward to hosting you in other presentations that will be coming in the coming weeks and months. Thank you.